Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. And this is how they welcome their grandma. Scaredy cat. Or should I call it scaredy dog? Well, good morning. Today is Friday. I had to think for a minute. When you're retired, every day seems the same. Today is Friday, August 26th. It's not Christmas time, but I'm at my daughter Christy's house. As you could see from the opening, the dogs. I let the let the dogs out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They didn't like seeing their grandma walk into the house. Christy and Aaron and Sophia went away for the weekend. My niece Kathleen is actually staying with them, the dogs. She's staying here for the weekend, but she had to go to work this morning, and so Christy just wanted somebody to come to let the dogs out and sit with them for a while, because Christy works from home, so the dogs are used to having people around them all the time. So I told her I would come over, deal with all the construction. The 20-minute drive took like almost 35 minutes because of all the construction. But that's what goes on in the summer in Michigan, which I'm sure goes on everywhere around the world. But anyway, we do have some birthdays today. Today is Astrid's birthday. So Astrid, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Astrid. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Carol Johnson's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carol. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Sharon Justice Castor, Kastor. Sharon's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Sue Rainey. We got lots of birthdays today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sue. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Susan Ogle, Awgul. I think I said your name wrong last year, too. Ogle. It's Susan's birthday, and I'm messing up her name. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Alexis Cook, your mom, Rose Turner, she asked me if I would sing to you today, and I said, of course I'm going to sing to Alexis. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alexis. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great birthday. I'm surprised it's not colder in here, because Christy usually keeps this like the North Pole. It's usually really, really cold. She was playing games with me one time when I was here, because she can control the thermostat with her Bluetooth. Little did I know she was playing games with me, because it would get really, really cold and then really, really hot and then really, really cold. So finally I called her and I said, there's something wrong with your thermostat. And then she told me, oh, the games you play with your mother. And I don't know if you can hear that. She complains about my clocks making so much noise. Can you hear she's got like a water feature. Listen. It's driving me crazy. It's actually, now that I look at it, it's a water bowl for the dog so that the water stays fresh. It's still annoying. And then I heard her cuckoo clock that I had got her for Christmas was the Wizard of Oz, and the dog came out and was barking, and it barked 12 times. It was annoying. But anyway, and then she's got a little statue. Let me see if I can turn you around. She's got a little statue of that little dachshund. I don't know if I can get in a little bit closer. And just from where I'm at, when I looked at it real quick, I thought, what's the dog doing sitting up there? But no, that's a statue. Silly me. I caught it through the corner of my eye, and I'm thinking, what's the dog doing sitting up on the table? And then, because far away, when I did the close-up, you can see that it's a statue, so don't think I'm crazy, because I'm not cray-cray. But from far away, it looks like a little dog. It looks like a real little dog, and I thought it was one of the dogs sitting up on the table. I did finish the book, The Beauty of Breaking. All I can say is I finished the book. If you like a memoir, I would recommend it. But if you're like me, that you like to read like murders and killers and mysteries and things like that, I wouldn't recommend this book. It was an okay book. I brought it back here to Christy's house because I don't even want to pass it on to somebody. So I thought I can't remember. I think she told me she wanted this book back anyhow because somebody she knew wanted to read it. So anyway, I brought it. I'm thinking I'm coming here today anyhow. Might as well bring it. And then I'm going to stay here for a couple hours. I can watch TV here just as easily as I can watch TV at home. Keep the dogs company. Kathleen will get home from work probably about 2 hours after I leave. And I was here about 3 hours after she left for work. So Christy does leave the house once a week to go to work. She works from home, but then once a week she's got to go into office for like a couple hours just to file all the paperwork that she did for the week. Mary got some good news from her medical update yesterday, so thank you. Your prayers are definitely working, but she still needs more prayers. She's still got more doctors to see. And Denise is doing well. She sent me this picture. I'm going to show you this picture. Jim always says that I get my hair cut too short. And so Denise sent me this as one of her memories from 2020 when all the barbershops and the beauty salons and the haircut places and my Great Clips and everything was closed. So I couldn't get a haircut for like months and months and months. And so here's a picture of what I look like. I look like an old hippie. Not only an old hippie, I look like an old hippie man. Jim says he doesn't think I look like a man. I think in that picture I do look like a man. I look like an old hippie man. It's like, oh my gosh, get a haircut. It just looks, ugh. But I look thinner then too because I was thinner. I was like 20, 30 pounds lighter then. So that's, but I think I looked older than I look now. Because, you always look at yourself in different perspectives, and I just think I look older in that picture than I look now. And actually, I was 2 years younger. So, but I don't really care what I look like as far as, like, my looks. I try to present myself to look halfway decent when I go out. But I'm more interested in eating healthy, and how the inside of my body looks rather than the outside of my body looks. And I think the inside of my body, if I'm eating healthy, is going to look a lot better than when I was eating crap and putting all those processed foods in my body. I don't know of anybody that ate like a crappy meal or had a crappy day and then at the end of the day said, well, I'm so glad I ate like that because I feel so good. I'm going to sleep really well tonight. That never happens with me. I just think it's a memory reflex that I think that if I eat something unhealthy, that it's going to bring back a happier time for me or something. But then when I realize that, a lot of times people, they say, and maybe I do, maybe I eat food to squash a feeling or something, but I just like to eat. That's my problem. I just like to eat. And unfortunately, I like to eat unhealthy stuff just as much as I like to eat healthy stuff. I really have a hard time choosing. Like, I love berries. Well, you know that. That's the news alert. Sandy likes berries. We didn't know that. But as much as I like berries, if I had my choice between berries, a big bowl of strawberries and raspberries and that, or a piece of cake, and they both were going to be the same outcome, I'd pick the cake. I really would. But I know that the berries is going to have a better outcome for me as far as my health and my future health. And especially at my age, I have to really be cognizant of the fact that things go wrong. My body's, my parts are old. Parts are parts, but my parts are old. Other than my knees. My knees are pretty new. My knees are only, 15 years old. So I'm like a teenager with my knees. But the rest of my body, those parts are over 72 years in the making. So the warranty is still good, but I want to follow up with a better warranty. And so the better warranty for me, for my body, is to eat healthy. And I do like eating healthy. I feel so much better when I eat healthy, so I don't know why I don't do it more often. So we'll just continue on that track. This just shows you my frame of mind, how it's changed, is because going down Hall Road, or M59, or used to be called 20 Mile Road, but now it's Hall Road, but it's really M59. There are so many restaurants that I love that in the past, when I'd come to Christy's house like this, I would think, well, I could go there and get something for lunch, or I could go there and get something, like a dessert, or I could stop at Starbucks, or I could go over here to the donut place. Those thoughts didn't even enter my mind today. It's just like I'm thinking, I'm going to go here, and then when I go home, I'm going to have a healthy. I've already taken out, I made last week, if you remember, I made some of the cream of wheat bread from Dish with D. And so I'm going to have some, I took it out of the freezer before I left. So I'm going to have that when I get home with some berries and a cup of tea and a hard-boiled egg. And then for dinner, I'm going to have a salad and some tuna fish. I know that I'm going to be way under my calories and probably pretty close to my points, though, today. But I try to eat a little lighter on Fridays. So I don't know why. Maybe it's a habit. I know it's because I don't eat meat on Fridays, and I know I can eat meat, but I grew up knowing Catholic. Well, I still am Catholic, but I grew up that you didn't eat meat on Fridays, and so it's just something I always did. And we always ate light on Fridays, but I think that was because we didn't have a lot of money, and so my mother just kind of used that as an excuse. But so I've continued on with it, and I kind of eat light on Fridays. Also, I used to weigh in on Saturdays when I went to watch your meetings, and so it kind of worked out for me that I could lose a little bit of weight from how I ate during the week. But I just find that doing what I'm doing now, doing the points and the calorie counting, that I'm not hungry, I'm eating different types of food, and I'm doing really well. So I have to get this call. I'll be right back. Well, that's going to do it. That was Denise. We talked for a half an hour on the phone. She's like, geez. So I have to get home and eat because I'm getting a little bit hungry. It's close to 1:30. Time I get home, it'll be 2 o'clock. So I got to let the dogs out. No, I already let the dogs out. I got to let them back in. Hopefully they'll come in, because last time I let them out, they didn't want to come in. They like it outside. But I can't leave them outside. I got to have them come in. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, I think I was telling you what I was going to eat. I'm going to have the bread, an egg, and some fruit with for my breakfast. Yeah, I told you. And for dinner, I'm going to have a salad and a tuna fish sandwich. That's my meals for today. Now, like, comment, subscribe, share. Be kind, be safe, be happy. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Of course, it took me everything to get them to go outside. Now I can't get them to come in. They're looking at me like, we don't know if we want to come in there with you. Oh well, leave them out here a little bit longer. They seem content.